What's going on, guys? The Iron Chester here, and welcome back to my new LEGO Marvel minifigure comparison video. And today I'm doing my minifigure comparison on Iron Man once again, but this time in is Mark 50, so based off of Marvel Studios' Avengers Endgame. So we have two different versions of him. We have the 2022 version, and here we have the new one from this year. So I'm only going to show you guys like the different looks for their front and back torso printing and their leg printing, and possibly their toe printing too, but not the arms and hands and even the helmets, because they are officially the same. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started by taking a look at their torso printings. Let's take a look at their torso printings, and they are officially different. So the one on the left from 3 years ago has that darker look for the red detailing for the chest plate for the arc reactor. And as for the arc reactor itself, it is in that different look. So yeah, we have the different designs for that, and we have the different looks for the small arc reactors on the left or right side of the body, in that like little wider look that I'm gonna say. And we had that nice, well, yeah, the nice detailing for the silver lining textures for the left or right side of the torso in that different look. And we have like the different looks for the light up looks for the arc reactor is what I meant to say. I said it a little weird. On the top part of the chest plate for the left and right side of the torso itself. And they use like the dark red design for like the highlights for the chest, and even the body itself for the suit for the minifigure itself. And we had that different angle looks for like the lining detailing for the waist printing itself for the armor for the character itself. So yeah, that is in that different look. Well, the one from this year has the different look, since they changed up the red highlights for the chest plate for the torso itself, and even the torso for this area right here. And we had the different looks for the silver lining textures on the left or right side for the printing itself. So yeah, they made this one different, since it doesn't have that like design for it. It has like the black lining texture for the old one, since they use like the silver detailing for the left and right side of the body, which you can see right here. And the arc reactor is different, since I feel like this one has like a little clear look that we can't see like the triangle just a smidge, but this one we can see the triangle on the arc reactor itself for the new version. And we have that different looks for the light up designs. Well, I feel like they are a bit the same as the old one, but sort of different. But we had that different look for that silver V look, and I believe it's the same look as the old one, but correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like it is different, but it looks the same to me. But yeah, we have the different looks for the silver detailing for the armor itself. So we have that different position for the light up parts for the small arc reactors for the new one, and this one for 2022 has that different design for it. And we have the different looks for their hip printing. So we have that different connecting parts for the left to right side of the head for that lining texture for the armor itself. And same thing with the old one, since the old one has the Ben Golding lining detailing for the left to right side for the hip itself, while the new one has the black lining texture, since it doesn't have the gold look for it. So yeah, that is pretty different for the suit itself. And as for their leg printings, they are officially different, since this one has some black detailing for the left and right side of the leg, and we have like some bit of silver for the center parts for the legs for the left or right side of the leg printing itself. And we have that like same design for the arc reactors for the legging detailing, but we have some like black lining textures for the leg itself. And while the new one has some silver detailing and some black lining textures for it. So yeah, we have the different looks. Well, actually they almost look identical to each other, but this one has some silver detailing, and I feel like that is way more accurate than this version, which you can see on the old one. But yeah, that is in that different look, since we have like all these light gray lining textures for the armor itself, since this one has all the black detailing, and this one has like some red showing, but this one doesn't have any red showing over here since it has all the silver or light gray color scheme, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, different looks for the hip printing too, as I mentioned, and I feel like the design for the toe printing, I think it's the same or in a different look. Why I feel like they put it like in a different position while they almost look similar to each other because of the way they turn out. And I'm not gonna talk about the helmets and the arms and hands. They are officially the same, so I don't have anything else to say about that. But take a look at their back torso printings, they are officially different since the new one has the updated highlights for the red color scheme for the back torso printing to make it nice and good, and this one has the different design for the silver lining texture for the armor itself, and we had that different look for the different angles for this gray or silver lining design for the armor itself, and we had the different positions for the small arc reactors for this angle of the torso. And yeah, I love the detailing for that for the updated version, while the old one is different since it isn't a different design for it, since we have like the different looks for the lining textures for the gold and the gray color scheme, and we have the different looks for the small arc reactors, and we have the different angle positions since this one isn't a straight up look, and this one for the new one hasn't that different angle look. So yeah, pretty different for these armors for the Mark 50 Iron Man suit. So yeah, very different for the designs for the suits. So yeah, like I said, this one has the different looks since it has the different look for the highlights. Well, mostly all that is in dark red. Well, this one has like the light red highlights for the back torso printing. So yeah, that is officially different for these two suits. So yeah, that is just the whole comparison video for the different looks for the Mark 50 suits. But yeah, we have like some parts that are similar and some that are officially different for the armor itself. But anyways, that is just the whole comparison. Now let's wrap this up. Honestly, guys, I rather prefer the new version from this year. Because the reason why I said that is because I feel like the design for the leg printing is accurate to the way it is in the film, because it has like more detailing than this version. Well, it has some detail. Well, the old one from 3 years ago has some detailing for the legs for the armor itself, but it doesn't have that much like silver or gray to it, but this one actually does. And I love the updated look for the chest plate for the torso printing with the nice highlights for it, since they really nailed that. And I love the detailing for the back torso printing with the update looks in the different angles for like some parts of the small arc reactors for whatever spot for the armor itself, but at least it still looks pretty cool for the way it is. But the old one from 3 years ago is still a good figure, but I honestly love the new one that showed up in this year's crappy Endgame diorama set that released like 2 months ago. So yeah, it showed up in that crappy diorama set for the previous wave for the new Marvel lineup for this year. And while the old one showed up in the 3-year-old Iron Man armory set that is based off of Iron Man 2. So yeah, at least I still have the updated look for the new one from this year, as I mentioned. Well, again, the old version from 3 years ago is still nice since they reused that torso-like design from the previous Mark 50 minifigure from the 2 different Endgame sets from 2 different years, but they upgraded the helmet for the lineup itself, since I still prefer the old helmets from 2012 because they look so much better than the 2022 style helmets, as I mentioned before. But at least they're still good figures, but I rather prefer the new one from this year because they really know the highlights for it, since they look a lot better than the one that we've seen from that version from 3 years ago, because the highlights for the torso printing for the old one is just darker. Well, at least it is what it is, but at least I can still dig like the updated look for the minifigure itself. And the arc reactor looks pretty good since we can't see the triangle on the arc reactor itself, just a better look of it, since we can't see like a smidge of it on the old one from 3 years ago, but the one from this year we can see it a lot better. But yeah, that's just pretty much it. That's just my whole minifigure comparison video for the Mark 50 Iron Man minifigure from Endgame, because that suit is one of my most favorite Iron Man armors from the MCU. So yeah, that's just pretty much it. And once again, I still love the updated version because they made it like in a better way than the old version. So yeah, that is just pretty much it for my whole comparison video. I don't have anything else to say about these figures, but that is just all I had to say. So that is it for now. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new. Hit that notification bell, the same button, and don't forget to Hulk smash that comment section down below. And tell me in the comments which version of the Mark 50 minifigure do you guys like the most. I'll see you later.